Hey guys, what is up? It's Evan. This is my second time recording this video, not because I lost the footage or I didn't like it or anything. I feel like I'm more up to date on everything that's happened in the past, like, probably 16 hours since I recorded the first part of this video, and it's basically my predictions for the Nintendo Direct that is happening tomorrow. I kind of called it, but at this point a lot of people were, so it's not that big of a deal. But yes, it's tomorrow. I believe it'll be 5 p.m. Central Time, my time. So I'm really, really excited, and I'm just going to go through what I think is going to happen. So in the tweet that Nintendo put out, they said they were going to talk about Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon Sword and Shield. This is a 40-minute direct, so that is quite a beefy direct, and as well as some other 2019 titles. So it's going to be a big deal, but I was kind of saying that they probably wouldn't show off any more Link's Awakening, which it appears that will probably be the case. If they do Pokemon Sword and Shield, I don't think it'll be a ton, which might be a little bit more than I anticipated, but I can't imagine them devoting more than 10 minutes to it. Same with Luigi's Mansion. There's just not that much to talk about, I feel like. Um, excuse me. But, there's not, like I said, there's not too much to talk about, just like little features and kind of reminding people that that's on the way in the next couple of months. But I'm sure we'll get a few new Pokemon. I'm sure we'll get, like, maybe some new features, characters for Sword and Shield. But I wouldn't expect too much from Pokemon or Luigi's Mansion. As far as Smash goes, I mean, everybody kind of knows that that's definitely going to happen. I believe we will be getting our next character reveal in this direct. And right now, the front runner is definitely Terry Bogard. I would put him at like a 95% chance of getting in, which is huge. If it's somebody else, that will be incredibly surprising. But, anything can happen at this point. Nothing is confirmed until confirmed officially by Nintendo. So, like I said, anything can happen. So, I kind of hope it is Terry. I've never played any of his games, but I feel like just all this hype in the past 24 hours for him has kind of gotten me into the idea of Terry. So, I think it would be cool. The thing that I'm kind of worried about is there's a leak that says Terry is our fourth fighter, and Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series is our fifth fighter. And it calls the trailers for them by saying that Terry kind of gets introduced in the same way that Ken and Incineroar was introduced. Like, you know how Banjo was in the same trailer as King K. Rool? And it was just kind of a continuation of that same trailer. They're saying that's what's going to happen with Terry, that it's going to be the same fighting trailer for, what's his name? Incineroar and Ken, and then they're saying that Ryu Hayabusa is going to be in the same trailer as Simon and Richter, like the Castlevania one. So if this trailer that we get for Terry, I'm getting all my names mixed up, if this trailer we get for Terry is kind of the same one that we got for Incineroar and Ken, then it's a pretty good chance that Ryu Hayabusa will be our last DLC fighter, which I'm really hoping he's not. He's not my number one pick, but, anything can happen, I guess. But, I'm not even set in stone that it's Terry. Like, it's a pretty good chance, but there have been times when everyone's super confident that it's one character, and then another character comes out of nowhere, kind of like Joker did at the, or whatever it's called, Video Game Awards. So, like I said, anything can happen, really, but Terry is definitely looking like he's going to be our guy this time around. So there's that for Smash News. I think a lot of people are expecting to see something for Banjo, but actually I'm not so sure about that. Fall doesn't begin until the 23rd of September, so we still have quite a ways to go. And for the other two fighters, we haven't really gotten any info on them between their announcement and then basically the day before they drop. Like, both of those characters didn't get info until the day before they dropped. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same case with Banjo. They don't really need to do a whole direct for it. Though, I guess if any character gets highlighted in a direct again, it would probably be Banjo. Though I don't expect much, and I definitely don't expect him to come out, like, tomorrow or anything like that. So, like I said, it's probably not likely, but, anything can happen. I do intend to put together, like, a bingo card list that I can look at while I do my reaction, so I can kind of see what sort of things I expect and how many things I get right and things like that. So another thing that we can definitely expect to see is Overwatch coming to Switch. Obviously, that is definitely happening. Probably October 18th, I believe, is the date. As PowerA posted the photo of that Overwatch Switch case on Amazon by accident and then quickly took it down. So odds are that that is probably going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we actually opened the Direct with Overwatch. I don't think we'll close it. I think we'll probably close with Smash, but yeah, Overwatch will definitely make an appearance probably at the beginning of the Direct. So not much else to say about that. I definitely don't think we're getting an Overwatch character in Smash. It's just not likely, at least in my book. I don't know. What else can we see? I bet we'll see some Amiibo news. We'll probably get an official announcement for the release date of the Incineroar and I believe Simon Amiibo. I think there's another one, but I can't remember who. Sometime in November is the tentative date, but it keeps kind of fluctuating. I think it was on the 15th, and then it's on like the 27th or something like that. So, yeah, we'll probably get a solid date for that. And then also, people are talking about a gold Shovel Knight amiibo coming around that people are getting like pre-orders for it at GameStop. And Yacht Club Games just did their little direct sort of thing for Shovel Knight Treasure Trove and the new like Steam World Dig or Shovel Knight Dig or something like that, like a collaboration. So there was a lot of Shovel Knight news recently, and we know that King of Cards is coming in December, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little touch on that, but it is an indie game, so I don't know if that would be more of an indie showcase thing, so I'm not really sure. But if we do see anything about an indie game, I think it would probably be Shovel Knight and the gold Shovel Knight amiibo, because, you know, amiibos are exclusive to Nintendo, so that would be definitely a thing to show in the Direct. I think we'll probably get a sizzle reel of upcoming games, maybe indies, maybe like a few of the bigger indies coming up or that have recently released, like Risk of Rain 2 just came out. I know Blasphemous is coming out very soon. Things like that would probably get a sizzle reel. I can't really think of what else. Maybe Link's Awakening could be a part of that, just so they can kind of put it in your brain for people who aren't as keen about keeping up to date with stuff. So there's that. Emily Rogers is talking about a new game that is coming out in December that has not been announced yet, like AAA, like first party Nintendo game that no one's guessed, no one's really predicted or leaked or anything. So what that could be, no clue at all. I keep trying to think of something strange, but like basically everything's been guessed at already, which can only lead me to believe that it's probably a new IP, whatever that may be. So that's kind of exciting to think about, but I really don't know what it could be. I'm excited to see, or maybe even like something that's exclusive to 3DS, like if we got a new Rhythm Heaven, or if we got WarioWare or something like that. I mean, honestly, those things would have been guessed already, so I can't imagine that that's what it is, but I mean, that would be a huge deal for me, I think, would be really cool. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens there, but I'm definitely expecting to see a new game that we've never heard of before coming out for December, and we'll probably get a release date for that as well. Another thing we haven't heard about in over a year is Town by Game Freak, which is that little game, looks like a turn-based combat game by the creators of Pokemon. We heard about that over a year ago. I think in the last September Direct would be the time. And nothing since. But Game Freak has recently copyrighted the title Little Town Heroes, so I can almost promise you that Town is actually now Little Town Heroes. So we'll probably seeing something about that, maybe a release date. I can't recall if the official release date was 2019 or if it's been pushed to 2020. I'm not totally sure, but if it's 2019, then we can expect a release date for that as well, most likely. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. That game didn't really look that great to me. I think the graphics were good, but the story, like, I don't know, didn't do a whole lot for me. But if we see gameplay and maybe a little explanation, maybe they'll change my mind. So I don't really know. I guess they'll probably touch on Dragon Quest XI a little bit, considering that's coming out at the end of the month. But there's not a whole lot to say about that. I think they kind of covered Dragon Quest as much as they could. The demo, I'm still playing it. I'm only like 5 or 6 hours in, but I'm enjoying my time with it a lot. I plan to pick that up. Not that that's relevant to this video, but, you know, I will be doing that. Another thing that would be good to see, I think, is actually Bayonetta 3 video. Just anything really, an acknowledgement that it's progressing more than just that trailer we saw like 2 years ago, that teaser trailer. I know they said that its work is going nicely, but like it's literally been 2 years and we haven't seen anything else. So now that Astral Chain is out, maybe Platinum Games will not be afraid to show their bigger IP instead of like while the hype for this other one is building. Because I know Astral Chain is selling phenomenally, especially in the UK or in the European regions. So that's very, and maybe now is the time to ride the hype wave while it's at its highest for Bayonetta 3. That would be really cool. I actually haven't played a Bayonetta game myself, so this would be a great one to start with. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see some Bayonetta 3. Of course, also, same situation, Metroid Prime Trilogy. We haven't really heard anything about that since they told us that they were scrapping development and starting over. So maybe just a trailer or anything really would be just awesome to see. I just like any kind of acknowledgement at this point would be really, really great. So I don't know what to expect. Safe bet is we probably won't get Metroid Prime Trilogy, or not Metroid Prime Trilogy. I'm sorry, Metroid Prime 4 is what I meant to say for all of that. We probably won't be seeing any Metroid Prime 4 stuff, but you can hope, you can dream. You know, it's possible. And back to the topic of Metroid Prime Trilogy, it's highly likely that we will be seeing at least one Wii U port for Switch in early 2020. And if I had to take a guess, my top 3, there's probably a good 5 contenders for that. And it's Metroid Prime Trilogy, which I guarantee we will get, but probably closer, same year as Metroid Prime 4, whenever that may be. But Metroid Prime Trilogy, Super Mario 3D World is definitely up there. That's a great game. I kind of really want that one to come to Switch, actually. Great co-op game, great competitive multiplayer. You can kind of compete with your friends. It's very fun. Twilight Princess HD, which I would love, love, love on Switch. That would be the best, actually. Wind Waker HD, another great one to have on Switch. And Pikmin 3. I almost said Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is still in development. I mean, that's even gone longer. I feel like we haven't heard about Pikmin 4 in about 5 years or so. So anything could happen with that. But, you know, better late than never. I guess Pikmin 4 is possible, but a lot of people are also wanting Pikmin 3 on Switch. I never really got into Pikmin that much, but, I mean, I don't know. I guess I could start now. So, Pikmin, maybe, but I'm kind of hoping it's Super Mario 3D World. You know, Twilight Princess HD would be incredible on Switch, or, you know, even Wind Waker. Twilight Princess is my favorite Zelda, so, you know, that would be my preference for sure, but, I don't know. I have it on GameCube, and I have it on Wii, so I guess I can play those whenever I want. So there's always that, but, I don't know. I think we'll get a port, just don't know what. I guess all of them will go on my bingo card or put them all in one little space. I'm not sure yet, but there's that. I guess we'll probably see a couple of other things. I can't imagine a whole lot else. Maybe just like little tiny ports of games. We might get another Microsoft exclusive, but we just got Ori announced, so odds are we might not. Ori might make a sizzle reel, or might just be touched upon briefly. I think that the odds of that are meh, I don't know. But we probably won't get another Xbox exclusive, at least for a little while, so still exciting, I guess. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else to say, I feel like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I can't think of anything else at all. Big surprise game. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I can't really think of anything else, so if I do, I might just tack it on the end of the video, but as far as I can tell, that's all I'm really expecting from the Nintendo Direct. I'm really excited. I will be posting a reaction video immediately after. I haven't quite gotten to the whole live stream thing yet, and I doubt anyone would watch it if I did live stream, but I will be posting my reaction, and I'm super, super excited. So thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my giveaway in the description for an Ike Amiibo. All you gotta do is subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and retweet the tweet. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow at the Nintendo Direct. Bye, guys.